What's going on, everybody? Josh Whippinard here, and welcome back to the War Crimes Ahoy podcast.
Hello, it's me, Robert Vincent McCory the Fourth.
We are back at it once again, but not just normal. We've got Harshit, we've got Schmliff, we got Shizzy, we got the man back with us. Say hello.
Yes. Thank you. I'd love to be back on this podcast, and I've said it multiple times. It is much better than Joe Rogan. So,
I agree.
Very good.
and it's not being egotistical at all. It's just facts,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Facts,
I mean-
Yes.
Absolutely.
Before we get into this very amazing episode, because I've already got a good story planned for you boys, be sure
Oh,
to
yes.
download this episode and all the episodes for that matter. Be sure to... I heard music in the background. We can't have that going on. We don't want to get copyright struck.
Wait, what are they gonna take our $10? That's not big of a deal.
You guys have $10 now?
No, we've got like
Not
six.
yet.
We've got like six.
6? Okay, that's better.
But it's all we have. Anyway, download this episode and all the episodes for that matter. Follow our Instagram pages and Schmliffs.
Of course.
You don't do any of that. You know the drill by now. I'll
Yeah.
come to your house and I'll
Anyway, gonna-
empty a tube of toothpaste into your sink, and then it'll be a big inconvenience for you because you'll have to clean it off
that will
with
suck.
your fingers. It's really nasty.
Anyway,
You know what I'm talking about.
Robbie, I might want you to elaborate a little bit more.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I will.
I want to tell my
you're-
story.
Oh, wait 2 seconds. Patience is virtue or
I
something.
it has been 2 seconds.
Shut up.
God damn it, Robbie.
You had toothpaste in the sink, and you try to wash it off with water, but it
Yeah.
doesn't work. You have to push it into the drain with your
Yeah.
hands, and it's big inconvenience. It gets on your hand. It's really gross.
That's
Yeah.
grody.
That's what I'll do to your sink if you don't download the episodes.
Anyway, I have an amazing story for you guys today. So, Friday, yesterday, was an interesting day for school. So, teacher told us, it was the first class of the day. It was our modern world class. It's just basically world history.
Yeah.
And the teacher told us that there was going to be a sub, and he was kind of having a sub because apparently,
Was he pregnant?
no, anyway, he was reluctant because our class did not treat the sub well. He actually got really pissed off. He was like, when we came into class, at the day after the sub, the week after, he was like, all right, guys, I don't care whatever you do. I really don't care. But keep your fucking mouth shut. One of you. And he was very pissed.
I
Wait,
didn't.
did he actually say fucking?
Yeah, he did. He swore. He swears like a sailor.
Holy shit.
And he got us quiet for the rest of the class. Anyway, Friday comes along, and I'm talking to a kid next to me, and we're going down the hall getting ready for class, and he's like, or I'm like, you know how we have a sub today? And he was like, no? Oh, God, our class is so screwed. I was like, yeah, we're going to get in trouble at some point. So we walk in, there's no sub, there's no teacher at all. I was like, okay, probably going to take him a bit because there's sub, so it'll probably be a bit. So the way it works with our school is that you have our virtual class first, and then you have the real class. So we start our virtual class. About 20 minutes into the virtual class, we realize the sub is still not here. There's still no sub. No one's here. Then the virtual class ends, and there's still no sub. The normal class started, and the substitute teacher is still not in the room. And this is where it gets spicy. There's a stupid kid that sits next to me. Let's just call him Jeremy.
I know where this is going.
Jeremy was an interesting kid. And for some reason, I don't know why, he just had a PS4 and 2 controllers in his backpack. It was like, since there's no
It's a
teacher,
pretty normal thing to carry.
they're not going to stop us. I'm going to plug this PS4 into the projector, and we're going to play some video games. And he did. He plugged it into the projector. He figured it out. And then they started playing GTA. He didn't have internet, so he was playing the story. And he was blowing up cars, shooting people. GTA biz. And keep in mind, substitute teacher is still not in the room. But for some reason, kids are leaving the room a lot because they're taking
Oh,
walks.
jeez.
And the more kids leave the room, the hall monitors are getting suspicious. They're like, these kids are leaving this class a lot. And then one of the other stupid kids, let's just call him Reginald, or Reggie.
Reginald.
Reggie decides to go out, and this kid is known for his bad behavior. And a hall monitor stops him and is like, what are you doing outside of class? This is what he told us. He's like, oh, I'm just going to the bathroom. And he's like, oh, is the teacher all right with that? He's like, yeah, there's a sub, but he's a douche. He lied to the teacher about there being a sub in the classroom. He comes back, then Jeremy asked Reggie if he wants to play Modern Warfare and 1v1.
Yeah, that's that's the alpha dog test right there.
Yes, he has 2 controllers. He gives one to Reggie, and then they start playing some Modern Warfare, and they're 1v1ing, and they're both absolute garbage. They're so bad at the game. I was tempted to take a controller, but then I realized he comes in.
You sure shut the bitches up. You sure shut them up, man.
Yeah, but it was insane. Then kids were getting nervous because they were like, well, if the teacher catches us not playing a game about killing people, we might not get in as much trouble. So Jeremy
That's what they were worried about, the game that was being played.
Yeah.
Not the fact that they were playing PS4 in the middle of class.
Well, yeah, but then the kid was like, well, either way, we're still going to get in assloads of trouble because we're playing video games. We brought a PS4, we connected it to the school projector. We're all fucked. So he was like, fine. And then he decides to play NHL. It's basically a hockey game.
Okay, yes. That's better at least.
And they're the kids, they suck at the game. They suck at Then they get bored, and then they hop back on Modern Warfare. And all that's going on, there's still no sub. There is no substitute in the room, no teachers. And then
What?
Then we noticed the hall monitors are getting more and more suspicious, and kids are leaving more often for some reason. Now, at this point, it's 9 o'clock. No, it's not 9 o'clock. It's like 8:40. And I'm just like, damn, we still have an hour and 20 minutes to keep this hidden and not get in trouble. Because
Oh my god.
the normal class ends at 9:50, then you go to your next room and do another virtual class. Still ends at 9:50. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm nervous because I don't want to get in trouble because knowing these kids, I'm going to get thrown under the bus for something. And I already almost did. So when kids came back, they would get really nervous when they opened the door. And as a kid is playing Call of Duty, there's this other kid that played. I'm just going to call him, I don't know, Harry. Harry is playing Modern Warfare next to me. And all of a sudden the door opens. It's another student. He goes to me and puts the controller on my desk,
Oh god.
trying to frame me. And I was like, Harry, what the hell? And he was like, dude, I was trying to frame you. I didn't want to get in trouble. I was like, what the fuck?
Scumbag.
And then I got on him, but when he handed me the controller, I quickly went over to another kid's desk and put it down. But the desk was empty, so I was like, damn. But then he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't really think clearly. I was like, dude, whatever. We're done anyway. We're so screwed.
That's true.
But then the kids are getting bored. Jeremy is getting bored of playing PS4, so I was like, you know what? Let's disconnect it. Let's do something else. So he does.
Oh,
He takes
God.
the PS4 out of the thing. And, he takes it out, disconnects it. It's about 9:20. There's 30 minutes left of class. And
Alright.
we have to make sure we're quiet and hidden for 30 minutes.
Oh gosh.
And so you know what they decide to do? The 2 boys, Reggie and Jeremy, they decide to do this thing. I think it was called like an Oklahoma or a Kentucky. But it's basically... It's like it's a game where you tackle each other.
Yeah, it's in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma. Wait,
Yeah,
I'm close.
We
But,
did that from football practice. We
Yeah.
would lie on the ground, and then we'd have someone say like count to 1, 2, 3, and then when they said 3, we'd get
Yeah.
up and just tap each other.
And the point is to get the opposing person to the ground. And
Yeah,
so they were trying to do. They tackled each other, and then it got a bit too far because
Oh no.
the kid was slammed into the fucking wall right next to the door. So you can easily hear it.
Oh no.
I'm sitting there at my desk. I'm just watching the whole thing. I'm a wallflower, and I'm just like, fuck, we are so in trouble. There's no way we can keep this hidden now. But then Then the jig is up. We have 20 minutes left. A kid goes out and gets a hall monitor. They don't even want to, like, they just brag about what they did. They're like, yeah, we have no sub. We were just messing around. The hall monitor comes in, realizes that those kids lied and that there was no sub. And he was like, damn.
Damn.
I have to watch your class now until the vice principal gets here. And she was not happy. She was very unhappy. The hall monitor was awesome. And the fun fact about this hall monitor is, you know what his former job was?
Oh, I know it.
What?
Prison guard.
He was. He was actually a warden. Yeah, he was a warden.
Prison guard, and he didn't give a fuck. Damn.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's...
Probably way worse stuff, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's teenagers. They're playing PS4. He's like, you shouldn't be doing that, but you're not, like, attacking someone, okay?
Yeah, you've probably seen, like, fucking guys shank each other with shit.
Yeah.
Alright. Probably seen some messed up stuff in the bathroom.
Oh,
Exactly. So he's not too concerned about that. He's like, you shouldn't be doing that, but you're not attacking each other. But we kind of were, because they were doing it in Oklahoma. So then we told him about that, and he's like, you guys are killing me. Vice principal comes in with the normal principal, and then they tell us all to leave the room and go to the library. They don't punish us. They just have us all sit there for the rest of class. Then the hall monitor comes back. What are we going to call him? We're going to call him...
Ezekiel.
Yes, Ezekiel. Ezekiel comes in, and he gets the two kids. He gets Reggie and Jeremy and tells them to come with him to his office. Because he was like, these kids suck, and I don't want the librarian to deal with this, so we're just going to take them out of here. And so they did. They left. Then we sat there for about 10 minutes, and I'm just thinking, what is my teacher going to do when he finds out? And so I get on my Chromebook, I type up an email to the teacher, and I just say, I'm sorry. I don't do anything else. I just say, I'm sorry. And fun fact, I checked my class. I checked later that day after my final class, and I looked, and he said, what happened? And I just didn't respond.
Oh, no.
I figured that since I told him, he knew something happened. So, yeah, I know Monday's not going to be fun. But after that, the library, after it hit 9:50, our class ended, after the library, you know what happened? Do you know what happened? You know what happened?
What happened?
What?
That's
I'm
it.
excited.
Story ends. Our answers are left in the air. I haven't gotten a call. My parents haven't gotten calls from the school. We haven't heard any insight about what happened to those students, if they got suspended, if they got detention. That's it. Our story is left in the air.
Okay.
I'll have to finish this tale off Monday.
Yeah, dude, you have to finish it off one day.
Because I know the teacher, he's not going to be happy when he comes back.
Holy shit.
He's
Fucking
not.
You know, make sure you come to school with like an apple or something and give it to him.
I'm tempted to not come to school Monday. I'm tempted to not
Honestly,
come to school
give him,
Monday.
like, $50. Just give him $50 and be like, hey, this is 10% of your salary already. Just take it.
10%? I'd say that's more like 45.
Yeah, true.
Teacher.
Okay.
And he has to deal with that. And apparently with our school, if the sub doesn't like how it went, then the teacher gets in trouble. The teacher faces punishment. And
Yeah.
we were like,
Well, there's definitely some sort of staff member getting in trouble there for,
but
leaving a class unattended.
yeah,
like
there was no
2 hours.
there was no substitute. So they
Right.
can't.
So whoever was supposed to be there is
Is
in
fucked.
trouble.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
And so yeah, I'm not really looking forward to Monday. He's probably gonna be even worse. And I'm like, I was sitting there talking to another student next to me, one that wasn't doing anything. He's like, dude, I feel bad. Because he's like, we've like been so bad to his class, like he's like very close to actually losing his job.
Oh no.
Exactly. So we've come to an agreement saying, look, it was everyone, even the bad kids, were like, look, it's our fault. We weren't doing what we should have been doing. There was no sub, and even if there was, we probably would have still acted up. But don't get the teacher in trouble. He didn't do anything. It's our fault. Don't put him under duress because we were bad, okay? Because he's got more to look after than us. And I agree. I mean, we didn't.
Oh, that's nice.
I was fine. I didn't do anything. I was just watching the whole thing. But even the bad kids are like, yeah, I was like, I don't care if I get in trouble, but I don't think he should get in trouble because he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Very lenient with us, and he is. He's very lenient with our class. He's like, you have like all semester to get assignments in, even if you don't do them. So you can like turn him in a bunch of stuff, and he'll give you like good grades.
That's
Cool.
And even if you like miss an assignment, you get like a 50. It's still
Damn.
it's still not good.
At
You get a
least
50
the
for
bad
not
kids
getting.
learn. At least the bad kids learned that.
Yeah.
You know, don't fuck this guy over. I mean, he has an actual like family job.
Yeah,
Like,
he's I felt really bad for him, and I still feel bad for him. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might not come to school Monday, but if I do, I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna do everything he says, which I already do. And I remember when, as the hall monitor was in the classroom looking over our class before we went to the library, I looked at the side near his desk, like the teacher's desk, and I picked it up. I was like, this looks interesting. And I noticed it was sub plans, what the sub wanted us to do.
Gosh.
And I was like, well, he had a tendency to leave documents out that weren't really meant. And then I looked, so like, this might not be for today. And then I looked and it said 12/4/20. So I was like, oh shit, this is today. Poor guy. Goddamn. But yeah, that's the story of the crazy class and kids playing video games in my classroom.
Well, I'm certainly excited to see what happens
Yeah,
on Monday.
yeah, I'm
That's gonna be fun for you guys.
not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun. How long is that class again?
Well, I'm in it from 7:30 to 9:50.
Jesus,
Long ass time.
Oh, dang.
that is long, man.
Yeah, I am so well. I'm probably gonna be fine, but I don't want to sit there as he
Absolutely.
and curses at us. Then again, there wasn't a sub, so we didn't necessarily disrespect a sub. We just messed around with them. But we still shouldn't. We still
You just played video games for an hour.
we still
and
shouldn't
threw
have
a
done
kid
that.
into a wall.
You still should have done it, but still, the sub started it all. The man didn't even come in. Like, what the fuck? That's
Yeah,
a shitty ass sub.
it is a bad sub.
That honestly, that sub should be fired.
That's the only person that hasn't gotten like any
You know, unless
insight
the
at all
teacher-
from the story.
The teacher might have just forgotten to put a sub in, and then he's gonna be like persecuted.
Poor guy. You know why that teacher was absent? Because he was taking an off day. He was just taking his own day to look after himself and his kid. And I was like, well, the guy deserves it. He babysits our class, and our class is atrocious. So
Man, he's actually a nice guy who just.
yeah, very nice teacher. I mean, like I said, very lenient. He's not one to give too many punishments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Damn.
Monday's gonna be terrible. Not only because of the fact that I have work, but it's just gonna be. I don't want to look forward to Monday. Anyway, that's the story of whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
That was a good story, though. Yeah.
It was a very, very interesting story, and
It was a lot of suspense was in it. I was like,
I know. I was on the edge of my
I
seat.
was waiting. The anticipation was just growing on me.
yeah, I've got all kinds of funky stories and funky tales
Ooh,
about all sorts of stuff. Teachers, like in school. FBI was at my school one time.
oh wait, what?
Big lockdown. I'll have to save that story for you another day, Harshit.
Oh god.
Actually, I can probably tell it now. It's very quick. But basically, in freshman year of high school, some kid took another kid's Chromebook and typed on it and forgot to log out. The teacher saw, but what he typed on it was that there was a bomb in the school
Oh gosh.
and that there was a plan to kill everyone in it. So they had to treat
Wait,
it as
this is a fake plan, right?
this is fake. There's no actual bomb.
Yeah.
But they had to treat it like there was. So they brought everything they could from New Hampshire. The police, they brought in the SWAT team, they brought canine units, they brought the U.S. Marshals,
What?
they brought the FBI. There were some,
Everyone- All the homies came.
there were
to-
some,
All the homies came down.
there were there were agents, there was all sorts of stuff. all
Holy
sorts of
shit.
technology. There were firearms.
Oh,
They had
Jesus.
sorts of kits so they could defuse any bombs if there were any.
Dude,
There
we
was.
have to take that shit seriously. For us,
Well, yeah, you
so,
have to.
no,
Any
legit,
place does.
Robbie, remember when there was a bomb threat that was called? Or, so,
Yeah, I didn't leave. I was like late leaving the house, and then we got that notification. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stay here.
yeah.
So I never even went.
All right, so do we have time to tell the story? I don't know if we have time.
We're at 20 minutes.
We have time. We
Yeah.
can just go a little bit over.
Hey, we have
Yeah.
good time.
All right, so basically the story was, so this one kid, right? Robbie, you know who the kid is that called in, like, who had like the plan or said he was gonna. So
I actually don't, but I mean, we probably shouldn't say his name. So
yeah, here.
Give him a fake name like I did.
Who's that kid?
Oh, actually, yeah, I did know that.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
So basically, Juan. Let's call him Juan, right?
Dude, Juan. Okay.
I'm not saying Mexicans are bombers. Okay, chill.
We get it.
That.
We get it. We understand.
I swear to God, I'm not racist. I'm Indian. All right.
Don't be racist.
So basically, Juan, right?
Yes.
Juan texted one of his friends that, hey, don't come to school tomorrow. He said, don't come to school tomorrow.
Oh no.
And then one of his friends asked, why wouldn't I come to school tomorrow? And he said, there's going to be a bomb. And then so the boy, this was probably like late at night. And so the boy's parents, the boy who got the text messages from Juan, those boys' parents, they saw that and they were like, what the fuck? So they were shitless. And so they sent an email to the superintendent. And then our superintendent's Chris Malone. And so legit the day after, all of our buses, they didn't even tell us anything about it. Like, I just woke up and I just got on my bus and I thought everything was fine. Like, nobody
They kept it a secret?
They kept it a secret. So everything was fine. They didn't, like, they sent an email after it was over to everybody. That's when they sent the email.
Bizarre. That's really weird.
Like, what? So I just got on my bus and, like, hey, it's going to be a normal day again. And so we go on the bus, and then it passes the middle. We don't go to the way to where the middle school is. So I was like really confused. I'm like, why aren't we going to middle school? And so we pull up into the high school, and then I was thinking, oh, it's probably a fire drill, because for our school, when sometimes we have like routine fire drills, like for like the bus fire drill, if there's a fire in the bus and we have to like do everything. We would go to the high school, and then we get off there, have the fire drill, and then get back on bus, and then we go to school.
Right.
So I just thought it was a fire drill.
Yeah.
But then they told us to get out of the bus, and they told us to go inside the school. That was the first time I was like very confused. And then every single 7th and 8th grader was in there. So this was when I was in 7th and 8th grade.
Except me, I was at home.
Pussy.
So, all those 7th and 8th graders were in there. And then so I was asking around, like, what the fuck happened? What happened? 80% of the people said they didn't know, and some people were coming up with some weird ass rumors.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus.
And then so I asked one of the teachers, and so I really remember Mr. Fab. His name was Mr. Fabiano.
Good job.
Oh,
Good job, Shizzy. You're not supposed to say names.
That's just a last name. No one's gonna like.
Yeah, good point. It's a last name. Who cares?
All right, so he was like the best history teacher I ever had. He was such a nice guy, and so I asked him straight up, "What the hell's happening?" And then he said, "Someone called in a bomb threat into the Wynn Middle School." So I was so confused. I'm like, "A bomb threat in Tewksbury? Like we're filled with drugs, but not with bomb threats." I was so confused, and so. When we got the message, we were like, so everybody was trying to figure out who it was, right? Yeah. And then eventually we figured out it was Juan. Eventually we figured out it was Juan.
Stupid Juan.
And so we didn't know where Juan was. We didn't know where that kid was. We didn't know if he was detained by the police or something else, or we didn't know what the hell was happening.
Right.
And so we stayed in the high school for about, I think, like 3 to 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you doing for that 3 or 4 hours? Just sitting there?
We were just sitting there, right? Robbie, was it less than that or more?
I didn't even go to school that day. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, Robbie just didn't even go to school. So basically,
Yeah, pussy.
I got a phone call. We got a phone call right before I was about to leave. We got a phone call, and they're like, there was a bomb threat. And I was like, okay, I think I'll stay home.
Yeah. So I think we got back to school, like, I think we went into the high school, like, at 8:30, and we got back, like, at 12, to, like, 12 or 8:30. I mean, 12 or 12:30. So it was basically like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour time we just stayed at the high school.
Did police get involved?
Oh yeah, no, this is the thing. There wasn't no FBI SWAT shit. There was just a couple police officers there.
Just a couple police. There's just a couple cops.
No, there's just like a crap ton of cop cars. That was it. There wasn't no like fucking FBI SWAT.
Oh yeah, there were like helicopters swarming our building.
Yeah, no, we did not have that.
We just had like Tewksbury PD like strolls in like an hour late. It was just like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah, we were New Hampshire's prepared. Chris Sununu probably called upon the best that he could find.
Yeah, honestly, Governor Baker was probably just like, fuck it, it's Tewksbury. No one about that.
No one cares. No one cares about Tewksbury.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised because like I remember I saw like news footage. There was a fuck ton of SWAT vans. There were so many armored cars. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Probably what our 25% of population is. It's probably just fucking FBI agents and police.
Exactly.
Just form of defense.
And then, so we went there, and then so everyone was trying to play like FBI. Everyone was trying to figure out like detective. Everyone was playing detective. Everyone was trying to figure out who did it, what happened, right?
Yeah.
And so while everybody was trying to figure it out, I just kind of just like slept for like 2 hours. Seriously.
What, in school?
You just slept.
I had my earbuds in and I was playing. What was I playing? I think I was playing Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. I was just listening to some real classical music.
Nice.
So I slept for 2 hours.
Nice.
And then I think one of my friends. I'm not going to say his name because confidentiality.
Yeah, don't mess it up again, Harsh.
Yeah, one of my friends, he poured cold water on my face, and I just whoa.
Do I know this? I'm assuming I know this person.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then someone else just slapped me in the face. I'm like, what?
Damn.
I was so confused, and everybody was just laughing. I'm like, okay, that's fine, that's fair.
Yeah, but
And then after that, well, everybody was confused as shit, right? And then we got the go-ahead to come back to the school. And so when we went back to the school, everybody was still just astonished. Like, all of our teachers, too. They're like, why the hell would bomb threat? Really? Because, like, you would think it would never happen to your school, right?
Yeah.
Like, same, like...
Well, actually, I think it happened in mine, because my school's interesting.
Very fair, but, like, yeah, I'm taking it as... this is, like, an example, all right? I'm not trying to be rude or anything for it. So, like, probably, like, the kids who had gone through school shootings, right?
Mm-hmm.
They probably didn't think that the school was going to get shot up.
Yeah.
They probably thought it would never happen to them, but it does. So our teachers, we thought it would never happen to us because that's like the first time that's ever been called. Well, one time, I have another story. All right, I'm going to go quick on this. All right. So when my brother was in high school, my brother was like I think sophomore year. And so I think he was either like a freshman or sophomore. One of my brothers, it wasn't really a friend of his. Like, he was a friend a little bit, but not really. He didn't really like him that much.
Yeah.
So one of those kids, it was actually on the Tewksbury News. Actually, we could probably say this kid's name because it was on the Tewksbury News and they gave out his name and information. But I'm just going to say it.
Just keep it confidential for whatever.
So basically, this kid was, I think they had like, I think this girl, right? I think this kid and this boy were dating, right? And so the boy tells the girl that he has a gun in his bag. And then so the girl is scared shitless. She doesn't know what to do. And then so she went back to the teachers. And then she went to the teachers and she said there's a kid who has a gun in his bag. And then everybody was panicking. Everybody was panicking. And so the school went on lockdown. And so everybody locked the doors. They didn't let the kid in. The kid who had the gun, they didn't let him in. They made sure that he was not in any single classroom.
How the heck did they do that?
Because I'm pretty sure they were still outside, or maybe they. I think either that day. Actually, I think it was the day before. I don't think he said he had a gun. I think he said he was gonna bring in a gun.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And so, like, the day after, I'm pretty sure they had metal detectors. Yeah, they had metal detectors to check if there's any guns or anything.
Yeah.
But then I'm pretty sure even through the metal detectors, the kid said that he had a gun, and then so everybody just went on lockdown. And so they were trying to find this kid, and everybody was scared shitless.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, why did they should have just not even had the kids go to school? Like,
I know. Everybody was scared shitless. And so the officers came in. This was like a high profile thing though. Like officers came in, everybody came in.
right?
And then they arrest the kid. They find he didn't have a gun. He didn't have a gun. He was just bluffing.
Yeah.
But still, that's like negligent, like fucking shit. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that. You can't just say you have a gun. That's fraud. Like,
Yeah.
You can't just say like you scared the shit.
Was
out
it
of
just
them.
was it just police that came in?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think it was police by maybe a couple of SWAT, but
Damn.
actually, yeah, I think.
I guess your superintendent or the people that run your school system don't have high defense in their back pocket.
Nah, Josh. Nah, Josh.
Do not have.
Our police are just built different.
Yeah, no, our police are absolutely. You know, Doug, Officer Doug.
Our police are good. Our police are good.
Bear, like kill the bear with his hands.
Oh my god, Officer Doug is a fucking savage.
Our police are strong and good.
No man, you've never seen a strong policeman than Officer Doug. That dude's a fucking bowling ball. He will kill anything in his way. He's built. He's legit built.
I think you guys are just jealous that you don't have. Well, then again, there was like the most well-known FBI agents at our school.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't remember specifically, but there was like some sort of
high-ranking official.
Yeah.
Dude, Doug is just built different.
Yeah, he's built the most different.
I don't know. Our schools are just.
He's like a nice guy too.
Oh yeah, he's super nice.
I don't know. I guess our terms of defense and government are interesting, but we've been going on for a long time. This is a 32-minute episode.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think we should start wrapping this up.
An extra 10 minutes of spicy content for you.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you again.
Time flew by today.
Thank you once again, Harshit, for joining us. It was a blast, and I like sharing my story with more than one person. That was fun. Anyway, be sure to download this episode. We went an extra 10 minutes for you guys, so be grateful.
Exactly.
Actually, an extra 13 minutes, so be
wow.
Now.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, download this episode, all the episodes for that matter. Be sure to follow our Instagram pages, War Crimes of Horror, McCoy 12, Homeboy Josh, and Shizzy14 with 3 Z's, I think.
Of course.
I think I remembered it right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah, nice. Anyway, we will see you guys in the next episode.
See ya.
All right. That's it.